Okay, everyone, I'm going to show you some amazing safety tips in connection to removing these staples. When you look at the wood floor, there could be staples here that you just don't see with the naked eye. For whatever reason, they may be embedded into the wood, and a small piece of it will be sticking out and just rip your fingers. You don't want to do that. Who knows? You might play the piano like I do. And you don't want to damage your fingers. So one of the things that you can do, take a spatula, something like this here, right? And just go along the floor, certain areas. Now look at that. If I go here, nothing happens. Okay? Now, if I bring the camera closer, far away with the naked eye, if you wear glasses, if you're nearsighted, farsighted, you may not see it. Get yourself some pliers, tweezers like this, electrical ones I use because they have a little bit more of a point. Just grab this bad boy right here. I'm trying to hold the phone at the same time because a lot of times you have to get a little bit closer, so why put it in something that stands still? Now watch. Work that bad boy, and there we go. It came out. I'll go here. Here goes another one. Instead of sliding your fingers along the floor, or maybe not even, maybe just walking, maybe you can get something stuck in your foot. So, we'll do it like this. Hold on. Little technical things trying to turn here. Okay, there we go. We reconnected. And try to grab a hold of this. Sometimes if you can't get it that way, I'll revert to regular pliers. And there goes that little piece that was giving me a hard time. There we go. So depending if you have to get into a corner, you may use tweezers or you may use pliers. So I'll just scrape along this floor here. See if there's any more nails. Look at this. I scraped along here and there's something right here. It's so small embedded. It's so small embedded that with the naked eye you can't see it. That's why you have to scrape along. Scrape along. There goes one here. See. And I'll go over here, grab this, and get it out. You don't want to step into the closet barefoot and do damage to your bottom of your feet, and you can see a foot doctor, the whole 9 yards. Now, I just hit this last night with just a little bit of white paint because it was just so bad. As you can see how it is, but when I get finished with this, you might even be able to put a bed in here and use it as a guest room. Joking, but let's see. Let's see if there's any more. There goes one here. So I told you I can use pliers or I can use tweezers. Pliers or tweezers. whatever can help you get a good grip on it. Sometimes you might have to use a screwdriver just to get up underneath it, because it may be giving you a hard time. All right, grab a hold of it here. And there we go. Sometimes a piece of rug or padding is attached to it. Over here you can see there's a whole bunch of nails. I guess because people don't walk there, someone decided to use larger nails to hold it there, which I wouldn't have done. Without a doubt, I wouldn't have. In that case, you can do one or two things. You can use pliers or use a hammer. If they're nails that big, you can just use a hammer and then pull it up like that. Let me grab my hammer to give you an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. See some nails here? Grab a hold of them, and there we go. There's one. Another one. Try to get up underneath it. And there we go. There's two of them. Here goes another one. And up underneath it. There you go. All right, got three of them out of the way. Here goes another one. Why they did that, I don't know. Hello, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. This is a fast little do-it-yourself. If you want to have a rug installed, why pay $300 or $400? You already might spend about $2,000 to buy the rug, and then you're going to pay another $300 for them to install it. Trust me. You can use that money and put it towards something else, groceries, maybe a new TV, maybe a brand new bed. I'm sure you can find a home for that $300 or even more to install a rug. So therefore, I'm showing you that after I got all these side pieces up from yesterday, just to recap, this is the pieces that I got up that holds the foam down, okay? So on top of that, there's about two nails they put in between, about maybe 3 or 4 feet apart. They put those nails in to hold this down onto the wood floor. And the padding goes on top of here, and then your rug goes on top of the padding, okay? But you just put this piece right here flush up against, and then you put a nail here and a nail here, and you'll spread it out like that. Then you put your foam on top, and then you put your rug on top, and then you lightly tap it so the rug will stay firm and not move. People spend thousands of dollars, depending on how big their house is, in paying $300 or $400 or $1,000 after spending about $4,000 maybe on a rug if they have a big house, okay? This can save you money, I'm sure. You know, this is how you pull these up, get these up. But after you get these up, there are always staples that's going to be in your wood floor, okay? So one of the things to do is you don't just pull up a few that you may see with the naked eye. You take something like this and you just run along the floor. And if it stops, because there could be a little piece that's just a little nail that's just sticking out a little bit, and you really can't see it, and next thing you know, you step on it, maybe your animal walks into the closet, if it's big like this, and damage their feet, or you might come into the closet and step on a nail, and then you can have all kind of problems after that. So this safety tip here is just take, after you pull those pieces up, take something and run along the edge, because you never know, you may hit a nail or hit something. Now most of these I got up already, but here goes one, right here. So I slide it along, and there's one right there. I can take either my screwdriver or my tweezers here, my electrical tweezers. These are electrical because I like these because they have a good point on it. So if I can't get to pull it up like this, I'll see what happens, or I can use pliers. And there you go. I have it. Now sometimes the whole thing won't come up. So you gotta slide along here again to see if you got it. And if it doesn't stop, that means you got it, without a doubt. Now I'll come over here and I hit another spot. Since that one is a little bit bigger, hello everybody, thank you for stopping by. This is Do It Yourself. Some tips and tricks, especially safety is number one. So please stay tuned, hang in there with me so you can get the idea of what I'm talking about. And on top of it all, if you want to install a rug, don't let the rug store convince you to have them install it for an extra $300 or $400 and then tell you there's a warranty or something like that. Thing to do is just watch this. I got a part 1 and part 2. If you go to the part 1, you can see when I started pulling up all the wood pieces along the framing of the floor. Now I'm showing you that there are staples that they put in the floor that you can't see with the naked eye. And don't use your hand, or don't assume you have all of them up that you saw with your eye. You have to take something like this and slide along the floor. And as soon as it stops, boom, you know there's something there. Now, I can take pliers or tweezers, or if it's a big nail, I'll use the nail to get it out. And just work it a little bit. And there it is. See that? And I'll just throw it on the sidelines right now. I have my old shoes on, so and they have good rubber on the bottom, so I don't believe that any of these nails are going to go through this rubber and hurt me. So that's how you got to do it. So, and then I'll roll this again alongside. I'll roll this along the edge to see if it stops. Nothing stops. That means I got all the nails up on that spot. And here goes something here. This one's pretty obvious because there's a piece of padding that's stuck to the staple. So you see anything like that, and right here you know that there's definitely a staple there, without a doubt. And so I'm going to work my way over here, holding the phone at the same time, because a lot of times I have to zoom in and out, and I want to do it myself to give you a good idea of what's going on. So I'm going to take this here, I'm going to pull away the foam so I can see that nail under there, or staple. Could be a nail too, but most likely it's a staple. And there we go. Got rid of that one. I go here, and here's another one. Anytime you see that foam still there, most of the time there's a staple right underneath it. There goes another one. It's gone. This is coming along good. Just has a whole lot of stuff happening right here. The good thing about this is if you learn how to do this just by... All right, we're back. We got knocked off for a second, but here we are. Okay, now... Okay, we're back. For some reason we lost the signal, but we're going to keep rolling. Okay. And I'm gonna go over here. This one is a nail. Welcome back, everyone. We lost signal for a few minutes, for a few seconds, I should say. And you want to know what this is about? This is about removing the staples from the wood floor and removing the molding that hold the padding down for your rug. You decide that you don't want the rug anymore for whatever reason, or if you want to install a new rug, you have to pull up all the old stuff and safety tips and how not to hurt your fingers, how not to hurt your hand, how to make sure something doesn't splint and hit you in your eye while you are working on it at the same time. When I got up all the wood pieces before, I used this. This is the tool I used when I was able to get the wood pieces up from the side. It's let's see if we can get a reading on here. It's 1.5 by 33 millimeters, see? And I use this to get along the sides here to pop that wooden piece up. And then use pliers or whatever, but this is made well because it has a metal tap. Some of these things have plastic or wooden taps. Sometimes you tap it with a hammer, it can splinter off and shoot towards your eye. I would suggest definitely you wear goggles without a doubt, and you can see that this is stainless steel. This is really made well. When you're talking about safety, you can't all the time when you're dealing with something like this, you can't go cheap, because cheap you might end up buying the same thing twice. So you might as well just start off getting a good one. This one, I think this was about $20-something, but it's worth it. I'm going to get a lot of life out of it, and it was able to help me get those pieces down. Now, I ran into a nail over here, and sometimes you just can't use the pliers. You can't always use the pliers, so you have to get your hammer, throw it under there like that. Very little effort, and it popped up. Now I'm going to shoot over here. You see? Anytime you see anything stuck to it, you can believe there's a staple under there, without a doubt. The same thing. Those are easy to find. Some you can't see with the naked eye. This right here, a nail is here. If I can get in here with the hammer, then I won't use a pliers, because that's a lot easier. I'll come over here and try to get this one out. I don't know what they put here. They put a good nail in this one. But sometimes you can't get to the nail until you get that everything that's around it off, to really get an idea of what you're dealing with. Let's see. I'm trying to hold the phone at the same time, because sometimes I have to really zoom in. And I want to be able to see exactly what I'm dealing with here. Okay, that's a little bit better. There we go. And that's the nail. This is the nail that was giving me a hard time. Look at that. They really didn't need to put any big nails in it, because these are not nails that are used to put down those wooden frames to hold down the padding. These are not the real nails. They must have ran out of regular nails or didn't want to go to the store, and these are definitely too big, and they can also damage the floor. But I guess they thought because it's a place that you won't stand, because of the, when someone has to approach it this way, then that, to dismantle it and put down a new rug, new padding, this is what they're going to find out, that the shortcuts the people took. That's the word I'm looking for, is the shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. You want to do it right? Keep on watching. You learn something. Not only you learn something, you save money. I mean, isn't that the name of the game? If you can't job out everything, so you can do like this. Now, welcome the number 2 person that just popped in. People have been popping in and out, watching this and learning something. Here we go. Here goes another big nail that they put in there. They didn't need to do. So this video is about safety tips. It's about removing the old molding that someone had underneath the rug. You have your old molding that holds down the padding underneath the rug. Then you put your rug on top. If anybody's not sure exactly what that looks like, it looks like this. It has random nails, and you put it up against the edge of your floor where the rug is going to go, and you put a nail in about 1 to 2 inches or 3 or 4 inches apart to hold this piece down to the floor. You can spread it out. You don't have to get crazy with the nails. They're just enough to make sure that piece stays down. Getting it up, I use this tool right here. This is the tool I use. But you can go to part 1 and see exactly how I do that. I'm going to continue searching for these staples that are in here. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's go back to this here. Someone is still there hanging in on it. You can leave a comment on who you are. Without a doubt, you're hanging in there, but who is it? Okay. Here we go. I'm still getting nails out. Crazy. And I'm going to scrape along the edge here to see if there's any more nails here. And there is. If I stop here, that's why you use this, because sometimes you can't see the nails with the naked eye. So you take something like this, scrape it along the floor. If it stops, there's something there. Now, grab a hold of that. And there we go. It's all clear. Something here. It's, yep, if I use my finger to just touch it, there's something there. You can't see it, but it definitely stopped. So I'll put this again, find out where it is. If you can't get that little piece out, the best thing to do is just hammer it into the floor. Can't get that. I'm going to use some tweezers and see if I can get mechanical tweezers for electrical. And look at that. We're back. I guess in this closet with my phone, we have to reconnect sometime. So, let's see. I'll go here. There's another spot. And right here. And let's see. There's one here. Welcome everyone, welcome. This is a quick do-it-yourself that can save you money. Stick around, hang in there. You're going to learn something because you never know when you have to install a rug, and you never know when the place that you buy the rug from is going to charge you $300 or $400 or $500. So, gives you a chance to learn something. And look, I'm scraping along here. Excuse me. Usually I wear a mask under here. I didn't wear a mask this time. So sometimes this dust all just kind of gets to you. So now, okay. I'm scraping along the edges, seeing if there's any nails. I ran into something. Welcome back. Lost connection for a second. I just ran into one. Check it out. Something's going on right here. It's right here. I have to adjust my tool right here because it's giving me a hard time. This one doesn't want to come up. But trust me, I'll get it up without a doubt. I'm only one. Okay, let's see if I can get to this. And there we go. I think I'm just about ready to sweep. Just about ready to sweep in here. And then I'll check again. Oh, I see one more. I see one more. Okay, I'm going to get my broom here. Sit tight. Get my broom and sweep in here. Alright? I'm back. When you get a little choked up and you get like a frog in your throat, I usually get myself one of these. It helps to get that frog out of your throat. Okay, now we move on to an exciting part. Wood glue. This wood glue right here, I'll hit the corners all the way around. All the way around, I'll hit that. That way, if you have ants or anything that decide to make a home, they won't be able to go up under there. Because if you were spraying, you can spray all day long. Keep spraying and spraying and spraying. They'll run in the wall, make more babies. When the closet is nice and dark, everybody's sleeping, they'll come back out. So what you do, you take this wood glue and you get all the way up in there. So if there's anyone that might be having a problem with anything, roaches, water bugs, spiders, right here, I told you they hide in closets because it's dark, and you don't upset their living quarters, so they can just keep having babies and run out anytime they smell some food. So you can eliminate that. I don't particularly like houses that have paneling because they can hide behind that paneling when you spray, and you kill only the ones that's alive, but the ones that hide, they just multiply. And did you know that a roach can have up to 100 babies per roach? Can you imagine? If you had 50 roaches, that's crazy. 50 times 100. That's unbelievable. But look, this right here, professional strength, interior, right? Water cleanup. It's easy to clean up after using this. But you can see, if you look closer, you can see some spots the molding really meets the floor, and in some spots there's a little space. And like I said, spiders or anything can find a home there and just come out whenever they feel like it. So you can eliminate that. In an apartment building, it's very hard to, because you have people that are not doing things on the same level that you're doing to get rid of them. Because they can come through vents, they can come through many different things. So let's start using this stuff. Let's see what we got here. I'm trying to put this phone on an angle. that hopefully you can see and see what I'm dealing with. And let's see what we can do here. See what I'm doing there? The good thing about that is something's in there, it's trapped. There's something in there, it has no place to go. If it came in and out of there and it hits a back wall, it's in there. You can clean up along the edge if you need to. Let's see. You can paint over this too. That's the good thing about it, you can paint over it. And you don't have to do a real cleanup because of the simple fact, if you put a rug down, you know, you'd put molding there. But see? Seals up those spaces just right. I had to put a little bit more on this side because the spacing was a lot higher. But let's see. I believe you can still take your towel and wipe along the edge without disrupting what you've already put underneath. Matter of fact, that looks a lot cleaner. As long as that gap is covered. I think that's gonna look pretty good. Okay, let me go over here to this side. And I'll go along the edge. Let's see. And let's see what I got here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So whatever you put down, it's still going to stay there. But if I were you, I would get also some kind of a spray. Put this down for a second. I get some kind of a spray and hit the floor just in case if if it doesn't dry, it dries and then you can't really get it up. The time to do it now is Continuously try to keep your work area. Continuously try to keep your work area clean. I think I came across a nail right here. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay. Continuously, if you had to put more on again, you can put it on again. That's a special cleaner. And I put a wood cleaner on it after I do this. There's one over here that I missed. The more you clean the floor, you'll be able to see if there's anything that you actually missed. But like I said, using the right tools, scraping along the floor so you don't damage your hand is definitely the way to go. Let me see if I can get this one out. It takes, I don't know, this wood glue to dry, I'd say at least 4 hours for it to dry pretty well. It's also sandable, so for some reason, if I had to sand it, I can take a block sander and go along the edge if I needed to smooth it out a little bit. I don't have one of those right in front of me right now, but they're block sanders. Very easy to hold in your hand. Let me see if I can put my hand on one. Okay, I'm back. That's what a block sander looks like. Now make sure it's fine. It doesn't have to be coarse because you're not sanding down anything real hard. And you can run along the edge of everything you did just to kind of smooth it out if you needed to use this block sander. That's just a little extra tip. It's not messy, so you really shouldn't have to do that, but if it starts to bleed out in certain areas, like here, for instance, which probably when it dries, you probably wouldn't see it, but you can do this. You can just wipe along the edge and clean it up. You see? Wipe along the edge, and whatever went underneath that gap is still there. As you can see, whatever I wiped up is still underneath the gap. Didn't come out. And like I said, if you needed to sand it or get rid of something that you don't like maybe this end that has a little bit, you can use the block sander. Or before it totally dries, you can fool around with wiping it up a little bit You see. See here. There we go. It's a closet, so you don't have to get that fancy. But you want it to look nice. But you can still put a little rug down in here. You can actually put a rug in here without putting the padding and all of that in, because all you're just doing is putting something in there that you can step on. You can put a half rug or just put a rug in here in general. If you really try to make your closet look nice for whatever reason, it's not like you're going to put a bed in there. But this paint I put on here, I just put a little bit of white paint on it just to have something that it can stick to. So that's the point of that. And any holes that I see, I'll plaster. If there's any holes still around, I use a couple of different plasters, but this one I can use right here. This joint compound. That's how we roll with that. Now, I'm going to do the rest of this closet here along the border, but you got the general idea of how to do it. You don't really need to necessarily see me do the whole thing, but as I paint it and as it starts to transpire, you have a better idea of how this is going to look in the end. I mean, it was really busted. I had a lot I had to do, but when I get, and like I said, this is just barely when you look at it. It has, and like I said, this is the wood glue that I'm using. It's the industry standard, professional strength. It's easy to clean up. What else? Resists heat, but it's not going to be exposed to any heat. What else does it do? It does quite a bit. So it bonds tile. It does quite a bit. So I'm pretty happy with this product. So please remember, everyone, to like and subscribe. Check out my fantastic playlist. I have a lot of other tutorials. I have music that I've come out with and it's sold in over 10,000 online stores. I'm a multi-music award winner. And I do music tutorials, piano, software, marketing, development. I've been doing all of this stuff for a long time, so I can help develop your skills, advance your business. Just hit me up on some things that you would like to do, or certain things that you're trying to get to. There's some things that I don't fool around with, meaning that a plumber, I may do some light stuff, but I can't change a whole pipeline and all of that kind of stuff. That's not to me. I'm not your man for that. Can I put up walls? Yes, I can put up walls. Do I like to put up walls? No, because it involves electrical behind it, and there's just some things that I just don't do. I know how to stay in my lane, but the stuff that I'm showing you now is the stuff that's in my lane. The stuff I know how to do, the stuff I know how to make sure that it's right. When it comes to safety tips and tricks, all that stuff I know. So I appreciate you for stopping by, without a doubt. And let me give you a flag on take care here. Peace out.